Yo, welcome back to the show. Alright, we got a little bit more of chili. I think this is the day after court, so he was upset because, of course, he lost in court. He was trying to, I'm not sure what he was trying to do, get a restraining order against Kate or something so she couldn't post videos to YouTube or talk shit about him, because he's that sensitive that he took her to court so she couldn't make videos and shit about him. But also, they did steal his doorknob. Kate is probably indirectly responsible for that. I mean, let's say Kate threw a rock in the road and a car ran the rock over and it flew into Chili's window. Yeah, it would be like, bitch, you threw the rock in the road. It's not my fault I ran the rock over and it flew into his window. One of us would get in trouble for the window. And it wouldn't be me running over the rock.
Right? Is they can't stop what's coming. Because it's already done. They already did what they did. I gave them an opportunity to retract their statements. I gave them an opportunity to stop. They didn't stop. You know, I got all these texts and messages, and Kate raised a bunch of money. It doesn't matter. For the people who know me, it doesn't matter how much money she raised. She won't be able to stop what happens on September 21st. There won't be a lawyer in Massachusetts who's going to stop what happens on September 21st. Kate.
Alright, so the first time Chili was in court, he didn't behave very well. He didn't follow the rules or stick to the subjects. He couldn't follow the rules, and when they would be like, okay, talk about this thing, he would kind of start with that, or just completely start with something else. And he definitely wouldn't get through a whole sentence before he switched the subject to something else, and he would get really impatient and then start throwing a fit. Kind of like the tribe, but in person.
All right, thank you all. I have before me Mr. DeCastro's 2 requests for harassment orders against Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters. Mr. DeCastro, are you seeking to have these orders issued against these 2 individuals?
Oh yes, please. I would definitely have those orders issued. It's beyond the scale of anything reasonable. It's incredible. It's astonishing.
All right. So before you tell me anything else, sir, I'm going to handle this one party at a time. I did read your affidavits for both of your requests. I want you to first explain to me why I should issue an order against Mr. Abrams based on what you've put in your affidavit. And then Mr. Abrams, you'll have an opportunity to respond after he tells me. Just please don't interrupt him, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. DeCastro.
Well, Your Honor, on August 30th, 2022, in a video called Search Success, Delete Laws, Communications Found, Josh Abrams, who's 7 times a felon, who's just got out of prison from armed robbery.
So, Mr. DeCastro, I'm going to stop you right there. I have the benefit of having Mr. Abrams' record here in front of me. That's not the issue before me. The issue before me is what specifically you're suggesting he may have said or done to cause you to come into court and request this harassment order. So I want you to stick to the facts as they pertain directly to you.
Kate is done with, at least as far as her just disparaging me, defaming me, harassing me, as far as everything that Catherine Peter is. Everything that she is done September 21st with me. She won't be able to do this anymore with me. And then...
So in the video, he's driving around Boston, actively looking for me, working in conjunction with Kate Peter. They have technology hasn't caught up with the laws yet. And that's what this case is truly about. The reason why your courtroom is so full of people is because there's internet trolls, Your Honor. I mean, you say the word troll, you have to change the name troll to harasser or harassment. They call it a troll in today's era, but it's just harassing someone else or being a nuisance or helping them.
So, Mr. DeCastro, you say that Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters were driving around Boston looking for you, and is that one of the reasons why you're asking for this order?
Oh, yeah, Your Honor.
I warned them. And you guys see what's going on. You know, she's going to need that money because she's going to have to siphon off of someone else's good energy because she won't be able to talk about me anymore after Wednesday, September 21st. It's over.
Alright, I totally forgot where I stole this video from. Shout out to whoever made this video, by the way. I like that they keep putting Chili's own lines in there. and then they're just roasting him basically because like you said all this bullshit, but then you get to court and this is what happens, man. You're supposed to be good at court. That's your whole bit.
Have there been any other incidents since this August 30th incident, or them driving around and looking for you?
Yeah. So I was in Boston and New Hampshire from around August 28th till September 5th or so, September 7th. And Miss Peter visited my home where I was in Boston visiting with a friend. She took a picture. Now, the incoming documents that I have from my assistant will show you, I've already called the police on this woman over Memorial Day. The police were already involved. It already became a physical interaction.
Mr. DeCastro, are you talking to me about Miss Peters right now?
They work in conjunction, Your Honor, so sometimes the stories kind of blur. I apologize.
Yeah, I saw. They raised a bunch of money, Bruce. They're not going to be able to stop what's coming on September 21st. I could tell you guys the full plan. I could tell her top-notch $2,000 an hour lawyer what's happening on September 21st. I can give him all of the discovery that I'm presenting on September 21st. It won't matter. He won't be able to stop it. It's too many people that this woman has harassed.
And what Kate Peters does is she marks my location, and then she sends a troll farm, a harassment farm after me. Where the laws have not caught up to where we are. I've got a bunch of affidavits from people who went down, swore statements, and got it notarized for you to read. There's 4 different people who she's done this to previously who have written me sworn statements that are notarized. My assistant's on his way to your court now to give you those 4 different affidavits.
Don't lie. Don't lie. That's what you support. You don't support Kate Peter and the troglodyte that she is. I got a video of her coming out. I'm not going to release it until after I get my harassment protection order revealed. And then, if she talks about me, I'll file criminal charges. Because she's going to lose on September 21st. It doesn't matter how much your lawyer costs. She's going to have 0 chance of winning. Absolutely 0. You don't understand what I've put together. You can love her all you want. She won't be able to talk about me after September 21st. I'm willing to bet on that. So, we'll see.
With all due respect to you, Mr. DeCastro, you've told me about 2 things, one of which was on or about August 30th, where you say that Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters were driving around looking for you. And then you tell me about August 28th through August 9th, where perhaps a photograph of you was taken.
No,
so it's not clear to me what exactly you're experiencing or going through, and I'm asking you to be clear.
Okay. On August 30th, Kate Peter posted a picture of herself at the lobby of the apartment I was staying in Boston.
She hasn't even asked about fucking Kate. She asked about Josh, Dick.
I'm going to report now. She marks where I'm at. And then once my location is marked, she has 25,000 professional harassers who will look up where I'm at, my location, anybody that owns anything around me that I'm associated with, and then they'll inundate them. That's what the 4 affidavits are other people who these people will mass contact in an attempt to harass me. And so they went to my place in Boston. She literally posted a picture on her community page on YouTube. I believe it was August 29th or August 30th, September 2nd. I have the actual photograph. And then I was staying at a summer home out in New Hampshire in the middle of nowhere. They drove out there, put up a sign that says, Kate always wins, put up balloons. I have pictures of all of the stuff in the text messages with the people whose house they went to that freaked them out. Because it's in the middle of nowhere in New Hampshire. They had to drive 100 miles to get there. So it was.
And when was this New Hampshire incident, sir?
What's that?
When was this New Hampshire incident?
It would have been September 5th, September 6th. I have screenshots of the text messages coming from the homeowners saying, what the heck is this? Who are these people coming out? They were alarmed and they fired my friend who works for them. He had to fight for his job back because they were so spooked. Ma'am, this is so harm. I don't think you understand what's going on. She just marks the location and then they come after you. And my other affidavits from people who also notarized, you'll be able to read it yourself. I mean, it's taken me a month to put everybody together, so I don't know these people.
Here's just a real quick, amazing revelation, okay? The places that I went, where she then sent a troll army after me to harass me by mass calling their phone, those people remember you doing that. They gave me a statement. you dumb bitch. They gave me a statement that the mass phone calls came into their establishment saying Kate always wins.
Did they give you the phone records, you dumb bitch? Oh man, that's fun. Yeah, get the phone records, asshole. That's what a lawyer would do, right? They wouldn't just be like, oh, sign a paper saying what I want you to say. No, they would get the fucking phone records and have actual proof of things. You didn't come prepared at all, idiot.
You know, it's crazy. I have a federal tort lawsuit against both of them. So now that I have the tort lawsuit served, now I can get a subpoena for Airbnb, where they came to my Airbnb on May 22nd. They marked my location. They put it in Kate's Discord server called the Chili Watch Discord server. And then they came to my house at 3 o'clock in the morning and tapped on my windows and doors. I grabbed my gun. I was terrified. I was in Ohio. And then the next day.
Yeah, that is a really good way to get yourself killed. Come creep up on somebody's yard and tap on their fucking windows. Knowing they have a gun and they're kind of a psychopath. That's a good way to get your head blown off.
Kate's done. Her channel comes down. Or at least she won't be able to talk about me, and highly likely that the judge is going to order her to remove the videos about me. We'll see what happens.
Oh, so I thought he was like just going after a restraining order or something. Well, he's saying, no, she can't even share her opinion about me. She can't even make YouTube videos about me. It's like, you better have some goddamn proof that she's threatening you or something. Let's see if he provides any proof. We know he loses. Let's just see if he provides any proof, if she takes any proof, or if he just tells her, any proof he has.
Let me ask you this, Mr. DeCastro. Why do you think Mr. Abrams and Miss Peters are doing this?
Not defending Chili, but Kate did get about 20,000 reasons to do this. And plus all the other ones Chili gave her.
Sir, I understand what trolling is, but my question is, why would they be trolling or harassing you?
That's how they make money, Your Honor. They make money by finding someone who has a big personality. It's not just me. They'll attach to any person. They've been doing this for years. I have affidavits by people who also have the same story as I do. And matter of fact, Kate has a criminal case coming up where she violated a harassment protection order last month. She has a criminal case coming up this week. And then another guy also has a harassment protection order in this court on Friday, and then another one in New Hampshire on Monday.
Alright, he just focuses on Kate. So, to help you, Chili, you would be better served if you started with Josh the way the judge wanted to. You gotta hit like 3 major incidents over the last year, right? So, I mean, you're a constitutional fucking scholar. You know how to get a restraining order against people. You need at least 3 good incidences against each person. So, it's gonna be like 3 against Josh, 3 against Kate, right? And maybe the first one where they're looking for you, that could be 1, because they find you, you end up assaulting Kate. So that's 1 incident with Kate, that's 1 incident with Josh. But you just go on about Kate again, and you don't focus on Josh. You need to get through 1 person first. You're like trying to fight both of them in court in some kind of weird little story battle, but this isn't the time for that. This is presentation time. You come over here and go, Josh did this on this date, and this date. Those 3 times, he was either out of line, he broke the law, or he was just straight up harassing or bullying me or something, And you would be way better served, because what you're doing right now is just kind of rambling. The judge asks you 1 question, you go on about something else. You don't function right in court, man. It's the biggest part of it is you just don't function right in court.
I mean, the law is finally catching up to this woman, but this is what she does for a living. She finds someone who's really outgoing, has a big personality, and then she attaches them and harasses them professionally with 25,000 harassers. She pays people.
Kate, you got a few days left to talk about me. I hope you enjoy it. I got you. And
Your Honor, if I can question her, you'll see what she's doing is criminal. I can prove it right here in this courtroom today. I can prove what she's doing is criminal.
So, Mr. DeCastro, it sounds like you're saying a lot of she's and hers. It sounds like the bulk of what you're telling me relates to Miss Peters and not to Mr. Abrams.
They're freaking correct, Your Honor. They're hip to hip. So Josh Abrams, what he did, Your Honor, and I have thousands of text messages. He faked being my friend, and the whole time he was acting like he was my friend, he was giving my location to Kate Peters so that she could bombard me. She showed up and physically had a physical interaction with me, where I went to the police and I filed a police report because we physically interacted. Remember, I don't know her. I've never dated her. We weren't friends. We weren't coworkers. I don't know this woman. She just does this to people on the internet. And what she does, though, remember, she's just the marker. She marks your location. And then she says, it wasn't me that came to your house and put dog shit on your doorstep, which I have a video. Someone's coming in to show you. They put dog poop all over the door and broke my doorknob. My van was stolen out of my driveway 3 weeks ago. It's scary.
So again, you need facts. You need to pretend you're trying to sell something to some millionaires. You need to be showing pictures right now. You need to be like, this is a video. I have a video of this. At least tell her. Be like, hey, I have a video of somebody coming up to my freaking door and committing the crime. You know, you can't have a reaction video to the crime. That's not proof of anything. You know, that means you could have staged a crime, which would probably be a crime, right? Because you called the police. If you called the police, then I don't know. Are you under oath? He's probably not under oath right now. Fuck. Put him under oath. Let's send him to jail. This is a crime, you guys. I just got lost and I just started saying everything was a crime. Alright, back to Chili. I'm catching the dumb.
I mean, whether I like it or not, I'm not afraid of Catherine Peter. I'm afraid she's the marker. And then the bad people come after me. And there's a guy named Joseph Hart who wrote me an affidavit. He explained she did the same thing to him, and he almost got hurt badly. I have a sworn affidavit from him coming in.
So, sir,
Kate, it's not just that, Kate. It's not just that. You have multiple other parties who will be attending on September 21st that aren't me, the other people you've done this to, who are coming to court against you, Kate. They're coming to court. They're appearing in court against you. You're done. It's over. I hope the people here are enjoying this one last little snippet of Kate.
To address what you've told the court. Sir, in the back, please put those papers down. You're not a part of this proceeding.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Is random guy from the back of the crowd holding fucking random ass papers not the proper way to submit documents? Fucking Chili, man. I swear, is that his way of like, hey, this is my evidence. I sent the guy who's standing in the back holding documents. I'm just gonna walk him right up to the bench. You know, nah, they don't do that shit in court, guy. You fucking give it to security and they run it through some shit. You know, they kind of check everything. That's not the way you introduce evidence in court, asshole. Jeez.
Sir, if you cannot comply with the court's orders to not interfere with this hearing, you'll be ejected from the courtroom. I don't want to have to do that. The parties before me are Mr. DeCastro, Mr. Abrams, and Ms. Peters, and no one else.
That might be my assistant, Your Honor, with the paperwork.
Well, and your assistant is not you, Mr. DeCastro.
You know,
I'm sorry.
I'll level with you guys. You know, I warned this person that if they decided to tangle with me, that I would get their account deleted from YouTube, that I would get their Discord account deleted. And so now that's what I'm doing.
Well, you fucking suck at it, Chili, so do something else.
September 21st, Kate, I'll be the only person on Zoom. 7 other parties are appearing in person against you, Kate. 7 other parties. So.
Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters, I'm going to have you come up now and address the court. Mr. DeCastro, you have an opportunity to address. No, you'll have an opportunity to address everything that was said after Ms. Peters is done. The reason I'm doing it this way, sir, is because your presentation, you lumped them both in together, so it makes sense for me to hear from the both of them, and then you can address at the end. So I'm going to ask you to mute yourself so I can hear from Ms. Peters.
Alrighty, see you guys in the next video, because this is the part where Kate comes in and starts punching back. This should be good. I didn't actually watch any of this when I recorded it, so I'm kind of just going through it and adding to it as I'm going along. I'm going to post both these together, so 1 and 2 will come out at the same time. But if you skip to 2 and you don't watch 1, then you really missed probably all the funny stuff, and you're just going to get all the serious stuff at the end, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's awkward because you're a hero, but we do have to ask you to move.
You know, I just finished a film. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Comes out in November.
Oh. Well, you know, come back next year. I'm sure it'll be nominated.
All right, I'm going. Should I take my dinner too? I wouldn't want to leave any of my DNA in the film section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim, please don't make this any harder than it already is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but there's a delay. Takes a long time for the sound to get this far.
Yeah.
we
Thank you,
appreciate
Jim.
it.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.